Welcome to Curry Gumbo, the podcast where Nicole and Ashley discuss Black film and TV.
Do you remember the first time you saw this movie?
Watching the film for this podcast was my first time seeing it.
Seriously? Where was
Yep.
you at in 2017?
Child, not watching Girls Trip.
I didn't see this in the movie theater. I can't remember where I saw it. It had to be one of them streaming sites.
I'm sure. I just
It had
remember
to.
the hype around Tiffany Haddish. Hype kind of sounds pejorative, and I don't mean it to sound that way, but I just remember everyone knowing that Tiffany Haddish was the breakout star of this film. Even though
It's Regina Hall's movie.
It's Regina Hall's movie, but I think everyone walked away. Not even but. It's Regina Hall's movie and everyone walked away just understanding that Tiffany Haddish, who we're introduced to Tiffany Haddish through Girls Trip, I would say like regular
Through her
audiences
comedy.
are.
Because
yeah, but
I used to watch the Carmichael show, and the comic, it's not, Gerard Carmichael has a weird sense of humor. I like it. I enjoyed the show, but it's not like ha funny. So even though Tiffany Haddish was on there, the show wasn't, it was good, but I don't know if I can say it was a comedy.
I'm
But I
assuming
liked
that
it.
like Carmichael is like heavy into like satire and irony, and it's dark humor and
Yes.
things like that. I did not watch the Carmichael show, but
Gerard Carmichael reminds me of Donald Glover, and how it's like you can laugh at Atlanta, but I don't know if it's a comedy.
He does not remind me of Donald Glover.
I'm saying like the style. I don't know what other type of. He ain't no Kevin Hart funny. Kevin Hart is more like in that 90s slapstick laugh. I'm gonna make you laugh. Ha ha ha.
Yeah.
Look at me type of thing. It's not.
And sometimes Donald Glover's stand-up can lean into a Kevin Hart style. But if you're talking about like just Atlanta, I don't know. I laugh out loud at Atlanta. I do not. I wouldn't think I would laugh out loud. But I laugh out loud is what I'm saying. I've never seen Carmichael. I might laugh out loud.
It was good. Who was what's the David Allen Greer?
Mm-hmm.
I think he played the daddy. So I mean it's funny. But it's like a different type of funny. Anyway, Tiffany Haddish was on there, but this movie is more like, I think she was more in her element.
Tiffany Haddish is giving Tiffany Haddish. And I will say that I am not the biggest Tiffany Haddish fan. I'm of her comedy. Like, I want her to succeed in this world.
Yeah.
I want her to be okay. But I think like Tiffany Haddish kind of reminds me of Kevin Hart, where it feels like the
look
same.
At me. It's like, look at me, I'm being funny.
Shtick. It's the same shtick like each time, which is fine, because I feel the same way about Lunel. Lunel is like, you're kind of getting Lunel playing Lunel in every role that she has, but I am a fan of that. So every time I see Lunel, I'd be like, yes, Lunel, It isn't like other comedians like Eddie Murphy or Regina Hall or Cedric the Entertainer.
Hall is different, because Regina Hall, she funny when she not even trying to make, like, it's just her facial expressions, the way she looking. You just want to laugh at her, and she not even doing nothing.
Yes. Regina Hall is good. Like, she can be a really good like character actor, and she can also hold down a lead role. So, in the Scary Movie, that franchise, like her acting a damn fool, you know, like she can give that, but she can also give I am, you know, regular girl with a regular career, and I'm not acting a fool, but I'm still acting a fool. The language that I'm offering is ridiculous, but I hope y'all understand what I'm saying because it's like, you know, I guess my question is, could you see, you know what? I could see Tiffany Haddish playing Ryan in Girls Trip. Because Tiffany Haddish is she's an actress. She's had some serious
Yeah,
roles.
yeah. I will say, going back to the hype of the movie, I do remember I saw it after everybody hyped it up. And I think I was a tad bit disappointed because when people hype up things so much, you think it's supposed to be the best movie ever.
Hmm.
But it's kind of like the feeling I had when I saw The Hangover. I'm like, okay, it's funny. But you know how when
Do you
people
think if you had seen
this
the
before people
film when everyone else first saw it, do you think you would be a part of the hype? Like, oh yes, you must see it. It's really
I
great.
don't know because a lot of it was like ridiculous, funny, and I mean it's okay, but some of it was a little bit too ridiculous. I'm like, okay, now
What was too
why?
ridiculous? The pissing girl.
Yeah, I'm like, why? Why are we doing this?
Yeah, that was giving me like American Pie white boy
Yeah,
humor. Like that, it was giving me that because I was just her peeing. So there's a scene where everybody is drunk and they're in New Orleans and they are doing this zip line like from one building to another. So but below them is just like more than likely Bourbon Street or some place in the French Quarter. I've never seen this place, but yeah, so they're zip lining from one balcony to another balcony, and Jada Pinkett's character gets stuck in the middle, and she really has to use the restroom, and she urinates all on the crowd. But the pee is like
it's
a,
like
a
in this.
fire hose.
It's like she sat on a water balloon or something. It's
It
just
is
not
so
even
out of
real.
her as if she is trying to douse a fire. It is so much pee and it is moving with so much momentum that I'm like, okay, this is ridiculous. First of all, that much pee? That much?
You was drinking all day and you ain't never used the bathroom.
That much? I
Mhm.
swear like a gallon of pee came out of her. And with
Mhm.
the force of 5,000 Mustangs. Like so much force. And so I was like, okay, I'm supposed to extend like my logic here
Logic. I'm
and
like,
just
okay.
be in this world and so sure that's funny. But I was like, nah, come on now. Were there any other moments like that for you?
The grapefruit when Tiffany Haddish had the grapefruit and the banana and just go. I'm like, okay. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, I mean, it was one of the moments where I feel like I heard about that, so I just knew about it before I saw the film. So it was one of those moments I was waiting on. I did laugh. I ain't gonna lie. Like I laughed. Um, but yeah, I was really interested in Ryan's humor, Regina Hall's character, because all of them have their issues, right?
Well, let's start with like what this movie is about.
Okay.
So we have four friends, the Flossie Posse. They're college friends. They haven't seen each other in 5 years, it says, but the
Hmm.
beginning, I had to run this back. It goes through I guess, their journey as friendship and their
Mm-hmm.
friendship journey. Starts in 92. Looks like they're in college. 95, they graduate FAMU. 2011, it looks like Lisa's divorced because the friends are outside the courthouse with Team Lisa t-shirts on.
Mm-hmm.
2002, we see Ryan and Stuart get married. 2004, Dina has chlamydia. They put that in there. And did we get Sasha history?
Yeah,
Did I
so
miss that?
she was a journalist turned like internet gossip reporter.
No, I get that, but I'm like going through the timeline.
No, I
But
mean
she
I
didn't
think it's
have
the
any.
same as I think it's the same as Jada Pinkett's character Lisa. Like we only see her get divorced. We don't really see
No, I'm just trying to go
her.
through the timeline. Anyways, so the girls haven't hung out in the past 5 years. So they're doing this girls trip to New Orleans because Ryan is this Ryan has a book. She's like this super journalist, Oprah-esque journalist, and she and her husband are like this power couple, and she's doing like a book signing at Essence Fest. And so she's getting all the girls together to have a girls trip
Yeah. And
during
she's
her work event.
headlining Essence Fest. Like
Yeah.
she's gonna be like a keynote speaker there.
And so this is why we are here. Did they say why Ryan and Sasha had beef? Because we kind of see that a little bit when they meet up at the airport. It's like a little bit of tension between
We
Ryan and
don't get
Sasha,
it
but we don't know why they have beef.
we don't get it until the very end. We know that something happened, but we don't get the explicit details
Okay.
of it until the very end where Sasha kind of has where the whole group has their
Oh,
breakdown.
yeah. Oh, and also in the beginning, we find out that what's her name? Stuart and Ryan's marriage isn't as perfect as their image portrays itself to be.
So I've been knew that before the movie said it. So I don't. Did you know? Because I knew. I'll tell you when I
No,
knew.
I forgot. I really forgot about the plot point. When did you know that their marriage wasn't as perfect?
So when they were doing the radio interview and the host asks,
Oh, how did
what
you
did
get a
you
girl
do
like
to get the second
next
coming of
Oprah?
Oprah?
Yeah.
And his question felt a little too rehearsed to me. And it didn't even sound like his real voice. And I
Oh,
thought,
his answer?
yeah, I
He
was
was
like,
like, well, Ryan's, what he said, like her accolades just make her a better, it's what makes her a great partner or something, whatever he said.
it was something about her wanting to see the best in other people. And he
Yeah.
has no other choice but to like
Be
rise to the
great.
occasion. That felt like a cool, cute answer, but to me, like it didn't offer any like
It wasn't real.
for real vulnerable intimacy, you know? And so I was just like, I don't like it. Now, are we really thinking that people are about to be super vulnerable in very public settings like this? No. But something about it, I was like, I wonder if this is like the film is like, things are not all as they seem. And when he hugged her agent, that
Oh,
white girl,
yes.
I said, not, you
A
know,
little bit
or
too.
really, she was hugging him like in a manner that was so inappropriate. She would not let him go. And he didn't do anything. He just allowed this woman to hug him. Now, I know that a lot of men will say sometimes when things like that happen, you don't want to come off as aggressive. You don't want to come off as mean because I'm a dark skinned black man and I don't want
Yeah.
this lily white lady thinking that, I'm being aggressive with her. And that's very true. But I feel like someone as suave as him would be able to handle that situation in a way where he still looks cool, looks calm, and is not being aggressive. But it's like,
Right.
lady, get your ass away from me. You know what I'm saying? So I was just like, something ain't right, and I'm leave it alone. But I figured from that moment, it's more than likely infidelity, and I was right.
So Sasha gets a text on her phone from I guess paparazzi, because she is a blogger, that shows Stewart kissing an Instagram model named Simone. And she tells the rest of the girls, not Ryan at first. No, I mean, not Ro-
Mhm, not
yeah,
Ryan.
not Ryan at first. And she's like, "Oh my gosh, I just got this picture." And then of course Dina is like, "Oh, Dina spills the beans in like 2.5 seconds that that Ryan's husband's cheating on her." But Ryan threw the curveball and was like, "I know, but we are a package. We have to present this image to the world because this is who we are."
And also, she was presenting it, or she was answering their concerns as if, I know that this has taken place in the past. We in
Oh
counseling,
yes.
it ain't happening no more. And not Lisa, Sasha had to be like, baby, these were taken last night, baby.
And she
These
in
were
New
sick.
Orleans and the
And
girl is here.
she's here, ma'am. She's here, ma'am. So what's the Z? And so Ryan does not offer, um I don't know what she says, but it's basically like, "Oh, I'll take care of it. Don't worry." And from there, that's also when I realized, like, the real reason they're in New Orleans, because I feel like there's a deeper reason that they're in New Orleans. And it's, um yes, it's like they're in New Orleans because there's Essence Fest and she wants to get the Flossie posse together. But I also think that sometimes when you have really good friends that you haven't seen in a long time, or if you talk every day and there's something that's going on with you that might be embarrassing, sometimes I'm not going to come out to you and say, "Hey, Nicole,
Yeah, my man
my
cheating on
husband is
me.
cheating on me. I don't know what to do." I might just hope you find out and confront me with it.
Yeah, that
Move
is
me
true.
into a space of, like, help me navigate this. Do you know what I'm saying? And I think that's one of the reasons why Ryan really wants them to get back together, because she's in a space where she has all this money on the table because her and her husband are business partners, and they do make a lot of money together. And they have this deal with Bestmart that's about to come up, and they're about to make tons more cash. And so, what do you do when this is my livelihood? This is my career. My marriage is my career. What am I supposed to do?
And the name of her book is "You Can Have It All."
And she sure can't, because she cannot have children. She cannot have this marriage, a healthy one at least. And it seems like she is under the assumption that her career is based on those things. When they ask her, "Well, when are you two going to have children?" "Oh, well, it's on the to-do list." She's not being very honest, saying that she's having some fertility struggles.
Yeah. They run into Stuart's having lunch with his aunt at the hotel, but Dina is just a wild card. So she's just confronts him and causes a whole ruckus. They get kicked out the hotel. They ain't got nowhere to stay now. And so from now on, we're just getting into the antics of them at Essence Fest, cheap hotel, got to go to another hotel. Oh, we got
So what
I'll say Lisa's divorced and has two small kids, and apparently she hasn't been on a date in forever. So they're trying to get her groove back at Essence
Mhm.
Fest. So we got a lot going on.
Do you think Ryan even likes Stuart?
No, I think they're at the point where it's not even about if you like him or not. It's just this is how it is. It works.
So,
It just works because he's who he is, she's who she is, and together they look pretty together. And they make money together. So it's a business arrangement.
well, here's how I would have if Ryan is my friend, and I know that Ryan has been asked to be the keynote speaker at Essence. I know that her husband Stuart would probably be a part of that arrangement. So I know that he might introduce her, or they're going to have to make appearances together. I already know that. So if I'm going with Ryan, I'm going as Ryan's guest. I would assume that the three of us, Dina, Lisa, and Sasha, gonna have a room to ourselves or a suite to ourselves, and then Ryan is gonna be with her
But her
husband.
husband, yeah.
That ain't the case. It's like they got two separate rooms, and this
I
was
didn't even
always the
think about
setup.
that.
I'm
I
like,
did
well,
not
what's
think
going
about
on?
that.
Like, because after Dina threatened him with the wine bottle, and when she slapped the shit out of him, call him a dirty ass Mr. Clean, which is what he is. Ryan's like, your room now. And I'm like, his room? What you mean? Like,
I didn't even
them
pick up
y'all
on that.
room? Y'all room. Child, what is going on? That's why I'm like, what the hell, girl? You don't even like him. You don't
Mm-mm.
even like him.
This an arranged marriage. Hey, some people have arranged marriages.
Yeah. It probably started off traditional enough. Like I mean, arranged marriages are somewhat traditional too. Like it's a part of
Yeah.
somebody's tradition, but I'm sure that it probably started off with, I really do like him and he looks good on paper. Yeah, let me get with him.
Yeah. But that's still borderline arranged because you're considering what he is more than who he is.
Well, then I'm into arranged marriages. But I mean, I just feel like that part, you gotta consider that.
I'm not
Because
saying
there can
ignore
be
it,
a
but it's
warm-hearted. Let me not. I'm not trying to sound like ableist or anything, but there are a lot of warm-hearted, like houseless addicts. Are you about to marry this person? Like, is
I'm
that
not going
person in
that
the
far
space?
to like an addict, but I'm just saying in the sense of if he wasn't um a high profile person, would they be together?
Don't do that. Don't do that. Cause you know good and well, if you had the choice between the two, you would probably pick the high profile person because you yourself
But
are a high profile person.
well,
And I
yeah,
kind of want somebody who understands.
that's why I say it's more of an arrangement. It's
Yeah,
a
that's what I'm
slight,
saying. Like, aren't we all into arranged things?
in a sense, but I think at some point it's like it's hard. It's hard to fake. At some point, it's hard to fake it. Like I couldn't stay. I couldn't stay in that situation. I'll just be like, fuck it, I don't care. But some people, they're really wrapped up in the identity that
Yeah.
they will stay and be like, well, this is
Well,
what it is.
I wish that we were being shown more of a disconnect between the two that didn't rely on the infidelity. Because you
Yeah,
can get past infidelity. Like, you can
true.
have people who are madly in love. Like, I choose you as a partner, not this business partner shit. The way they were saying partner, I was like, dear God, I don't want to ever say partner again in my life. Jesus Christ. But if the people deal with infidelity all the time and really care about each other and are
True.
really invested in this other person, And so I was like, well, what else is going on? Like, what, not necessarily why is he cheating, because I don't care why you made that choice, but is there any other reason for her not to like him? Because I didn't see anything that was like salvageable about the relationship. So it's like, yeah, she didn't even like him. Like, do you even know him? I feel like I didn't really know Stuart's character outside of the infidelity.
Right. And I don't even know, like, it didn't seem like this was a one time thing. Obviously, this is
Oh no.
continual.
Yeah.
And Ryan is aware. So at this point, is it even infidelity? They just they're in a secret open marriage. That's what I
Yeah.
put in my notes. They have a secret open marriage.
Yeah. It feels very scandal, the president and the first lady. Like, she knows what he doing.
Everybody knows,
Every
but
like, and
you just
it's
have
just,
to. You can't
that's
say
what it
you're in an
is.
open marriage because people are going to look at
Yeah.
you sideways. So you just have to
Yeah.
pretend that you're not.
Mhm. And what would that look like? Do we have any women out here who are like, listen, I'm in an open marriage, and that is my version of having it all?
We got that viral video of that woman laying down the rules for her man that was cheating. You saw that?
No.
She found out her man was cheating, and she was like, "This what we finna do. We gonna stay married. We gonna stay in this house, and we gonna raise this kid together. We gonna make money together." She said, "But don't think I ain't gonna fuck other people. Since you fucking other people, I'm fucking other people too. And we don't need to talk about this ever again."
Ma'am, when you fuck other people and he find out, he gonna leave your ass. So I hope you putting money to the side. And I just think men can, my the run of the mill man, I feel like it is very difficult for them to handle that.
No, they can't.
Very difficult. They
They
can get
can't.
like, men can, men will remain with somebody who has cheated on them for sure. But you not about to be out doing that shit regular schmegler like you think you about to, nah, I don't buy that. But okay, girl. I wish you the best of luck with that. And but I guess I'm talking about like maybe a celebrity. I think the closest that we've gotten to it is Jada Pinkett.
Didn't Monique say she was open? Sometimes when people say they open, I don't know if that just means the husband is open or both people open.
See, I feel like we be hearing about it when shit don't work out. You see, Monietta came out and be like, "We cheated together, like we had
That
threesomes
don't even make
together,"
sense.
and then
It's not cheating if you're both aware.
so that she was like, she did say they had threesomes together, right?
Yeah, she said
And
that.
that when it, like, he wanted it a little too much.
Mm-hmm.
So
But I don't think she was with it. I think she kind of did the threesome, but that's not. I don't think that was. She wanted that to be the lifestyle.
did you ever want to do the threesome at all?
No, but
Niggas be
probably the.
playing gay. Like, y'all don't want to do that shit. And I think some women think it looks hot. Like, you know how
Or to
folks
please
are
their
like,
man.
on girl is hot. I really think that some of us are just trained to find that
Attractive.
attractive. Like, not saying that it's not attractive. I'm just saying, like, I mean, sometimes to me it's exploitative. Like, you know, like this, it feels very male gazy to me.
Yeah.
And I think some women are like viewing that through a male gaze, and that's why they're turned on about it. Like, you is not trying to lick nobody vagina.
You're only
Why
doing it
do it at
because
all?
your man is there. If your man wasn't there, you would not be into it.
And you want to be a part of the fantasy, and you want to be a part of the reason he's being turned on. And I whatever. But I feel like we hear about it. We hear about this open shit after it doesn't work out. like, well, no, we had threesomes together, but he just went all the time. I wasn't with that. And like, okay. I'm talking about, I want to know, is there anybody who has an open relationship, they married, and they feel like they have it all? They have the career, they have the children if they want the children, they have the marriage, and it's open.
You want a black sister wife. Is that what you're looking for?
Not a sister wife, because like them sister wives was friends. We ain't gotta be friends. I don't never have to see you.
They wasn't necessarily friends. They just tolerated each other because the kids had the same
They got
daddy.
the same.
But when
Shut
they
up.
started getting divorces, like I remember the one, she only had the one child, and her daughter turned 18. She was like,
Out of
"Well,
there.
my baby 18, so
Give
y'all
me
can
my
do what y'all
money.
want
I'm
to
out.
do. I'm out. I'm done. I ain't raising y'all kids no more. My kid grown. Y'all figure the rest of this shit out."
What do you think Ryan wanted to walk away with?
Mm, what, at the end? What you mean?
Like if her career didn't depend on her marriage, and she just was selling books because like she was just, let's say she was selling fiction. She wasn't selling like those self-help nonfiction books.
Selling you
She
can
was
have it
selling,
all.
yeah, she was selling The Color Purple. She was selling Beloved. She was selling, other stuff. And people didn't even know who her husband was. People didn't care about it. Do you think that she would still like fight for this marriage?
No.
Yeah, she probably wouldn't even be married.
Nope. She'd be like, "Girl, you cannot have it all." That's the name of the book. We don't have it all.
That is the new name of the text.
I lost my husband. I can't have no kids. I don't have it all. But I'm still here and I'm great.
Time. Um,
Yo, Mia found that and she thought it was the
child,
funniest thing ever.
because it
And she
is.
keeps playing it back.
Because it is the funniest thing ever. Ever. Do you hear me? What do you think Simone wanted? Simone, the other woman.
She don't care.
Oh, no, she cares. Oh, ma'am. The way she acting, the way she just popping up.
Oh, when they was at the television, what were they making, sausage?
Yeah, I think like they were making red beans and rice or gumbo or something like that. And so they were doing
They would
this presentation, and so the host was saying, oh, we need somebody from the crowd to come and taste the food. And she was
and
like,
look
oh,
who in the
I me,
crowd.
yeah, I me.
And it was like anybody but her. I think she's just trying to be shady. I think she wanted to get into Ryan and be like, "Girl, I had your man and I'll have him again."
Why?
I don't know.
Because if I hope I don't do this, right? But if I'm dating a married man, if I'm sleeping with a married man who is an
Actively
ex
married, not someone
actively
who's
married, and
been like,
he's an ex football player, and he and his wife are very rich.
and they're public. That's the other thing. They're
Public
public.
figures.
You
Do you
can't
understand
say
how
I'm saying you can't say you didn't know, or you
you
can't say, "Oh,
know?
well, he lied," or "Well, he told me they lived in separate houses." You like, there's no excuse. There's nothing you can say to be like, "Oh, I thought the divorce was final," or whatever. They are currently public.
It's like Wendy Williams. It's like, you know what's going on. But it's like,
Jesus
do you
Kardashian.
understand how I would keep my fucking mouth shut and
Some
just
people
collect
like
my
an
check?
adventure. Some people like an adventure.
But I guess to me, it seemed more about hurting Ryan as opposed to like getting back at Stewart.
I don't have the answers. I don't know.
But also, I guess this is why I wanted the film to be a show. And so I feel like the same way you did with Best Man,
This was
go
giving
ahead
me
and do
best
that.
man energy. This reminded
Cause
me
what
so much
is
of
the
the best man.
point? What is the point? Like when you have Nia Long's character wanting to be with Tay Diggs's character, you understand the attraction there. Is she being disrespectful? She's absolutely being disrespectful. Is he being a dog? He absolutely is. But I understand the backstory. With Simone, girl, what do you want? I don't think that everybody needs pages and pages and pages of backstory. But you putting this girl in our face. She's showing up at the cooking presentation. She's showing up at the club having this whack ass dance battle. Girl, you got all that ass. It ain't moving, ma'am. It ain't moving. And I don't understand. You got Manny Fresh up there as the motherfucking DJ. Y'all wasting talent. You know that man is royalty. New Orleans royalty. American royalty. Black royalty of all the black diaspora. Manny Fresh is the royalty. Back that ass up is a Negro spiritual nigga. So how the fuck y'all gonna have him as the goddamn DJ and it look like y'all shaking planks? I don't see no ass shaking. I don't. Them plastic ass pants you had on look tight as fuck. They look like they was reversible. They look like they was Walmart, Kmart. Girl, you couldn't even get no H&M pants. You fucking an ex-football player who wife got tons of damn money. I don't understand, ma'am. I don't understand why your ass ain't moving. You shaking it and it looked like I'm shaking a glass. It looked like I'm shaking a can, not nothing shaking. Do better.
I don't know what Simone was trying to do. Maybe she just want to steal Ryan's man.
And when you get him, what you gonna do?
Nothing.
I wanted to see her burn. We didn't get that. We did not get that. And I felt like you owe me that. Because this girl been coming at Ryan and her friends this whole time. Yeah, she got her ass beat. But then after that, we find out homegirl pregnant. And you came and told me. You came trying to tell me about it. Because you wanted to throw that shit in my face. And I guarantee you Stuart told Simone that she was having trouble conceiving. I guarantee you that.
Yeah.
I know it. They never said it in the film. I don't think the film ever says that Simone knows that they're having issues.
But she know.
But I know she know. I know she know.
She know.
And I know he told her.
Lisa got her groove back.
Ciao.
With Kofi.
Yeah, she's very like matronly. She
I didn't like
packing
it about
outfits.
her because I'm like, girl, she's the only one with 2 small kids, and I get you can kind of get out your element, but I'm like, really, girl? Like, your kid's even that old for you to be that far gone.
She expresses to Ryan that she wishes Ryan had kids, and so that to me is like your friends don't even know that you're having issues.
Yeah.
So we are very far apart. And also, she said, don't wait too long because no one will love you the way your kids love you. And I wish they had taken that further, because a person who's gonna say something like that is dealing with has some concerns. Because even though it's true, like there's a love between a mother and a child that can't be touched by other things like It's a different type of experience. I'm assuming. I ain't got not one kid. But I am assuming that when that baby when you meet that baby, it's like, oh, this is the most important thing in the world to me. You know what I'm saying?
Not only that, it's like a child will love their parents or their mother, especially. Their mother can be a crackhead. That baby is going to want to be with their mother. They don't
mhm,
care. Like
yeah.
they want it until they get older and they get brokenhearted 50,000
Mhm,
million times. That's when things get. But babies, they just want their mama, and you can
yeah.
feel that. You're like, there's nothing a child wants more than their mother.
They will all even mothers who are abusive. They will
Yeah, they'll
still
still do that. So it's
just want that it, like they only want them.
mm-hmm.
Um and so I ain't nobody's psychiatrist. Look, I just know that when Lisa said that, I was worried. I was like, do we not have love in our lives? What's
Well,
happening?
it's probably because I thought that could have been because of her divorce.
Yes. But there are tons of people getting divorced who understand that your children can't be filling you up, and that's the only thing you need. And I'm not even trying to be like nasty here, like filling up the way she gets filled up in the film. But I'm talking about like you need to have a life outside of your children, and you
Yeah.
need to understand that yes, your children love you very much, but you are also worthy of love outside of your children. And I'm thinking she don't know that, and I'm concerned.
She didn't even want to leave. She was about to cancel the trip.
Mhm.
It was like, girl, your mama is right there. You better run to the airport. What else? I wish we didn't really get much about Dina outside of her just being a firecracker.
That's another thing.
It's like we see her get fired from work, but it's like I don't even know what she did or what goals she had, or like it was just her being a firecracker, and that was it.
And she's aware of this, right? Like right after they get into that big fight, she says, I know y'all keep
Oh
me
yeah,
around for
just
the
the
laughs.
laughs.
Like I know that. But I think that like other than the firecracker, I think she's the one who is just she's the honesty button. She's just blunt, when they're at the airport and Lisa is asking Dina, do you think everything between Sasha and Ryan is okay? And when they see Sasha and Ryan have this exchange, and it is kind of fake, like it's fake, like,
Yeah,
oh girl, I love
awkward.
your hands. It's like she's the one to say, child, they plastic, this is plastic, you know? Like she's aware, like, and she's the one who's going to say the honest thing. I feel like in a lot of instances, the funny one is the one who's the brutally honest one. Like I
Yeah.
think Sex in the City, Samantha is the one who's like, look, this is trash. Maxine, Khadijah,
Mhm.
you're making the biggest mistake of your life. Like she's the one to say it, you know. And all of the girls on Living Single are really funny, but I think if I had to choose the funniest, I think it would be for me it would be Max. And
Yeah.
so and she's the one who's like kind of the offers the brutal honesty. I'm trying to think. I feel like Kelly in Insecure will offer some uncomfortable truths maybe. I'm trying to think of other girl groups who on a different world would offer the truth. I don't know, but I just, you know,
First season, Jaleesa. I mean, early season, Jaleesa. Um,
I like that she was the one with like the regular 9 to 5 job, but she wasn't the one with money concerns. And like there's a freedom to her that, I mean, she has been fired. And
Yep.
she's still going down to New Orleans. Like, I am about to have a good time. Sasha is the one who's having some money concern. Where is the film set?
You mean where they flew from?
Yeah.
I don't know, but it was only an hour flight.
That's what I'm like. So it's not New York.
Mm-mm. Texas,
Um,
maybe. Well, how far is Texas for
it's
a
not
flight?
Atlanta because Atlanta
No.
maybe is 30 minutes, 45 minutes.
On an airplane?
Yeah, to New Orleans.
It's a 30-minute from Atlanta. You gotta go through all them states: Alabama, Mississippi.
It ain't that. It ain't that.
It gotta be more than 30
Let's see.
minutes. 30 minutes is
45 minutes.
that's Miami to Orlando is a 30-minute flight.
You're not going. I mean, it's like it's quick. Hold on.
Even Orlando to Atlanta is like an hour and some change.
From
An hour
driving
30.
from. Hold on. Or 30 minutes. My bad. So it ain't Atlanta.
Was it
Where it's
Texas,
at? Where we at?
Oklahoma, Texas? Ain't that what's the other? What else is around
I
there?
need to know where we at.
Mississippi, Alabama? I don't think it's Mississippi or
I just feel
Alabama.
like we know we not on the coast. We not in Florida. We not in LA. We not in New York. We not in Washington State. We not in DC. We're not in
Mm-mm.
I really wanted to know where we were set. But it kind of reminds me of American Pie, 40-year-old virgin. In that like this can happen anywhere. Like it doesn't really matter
Yeah.
where we are. House party. We're not really the location really doesn't matter. The location that matters is New Orleans.
Mm-hmm.
I figured we were on the East Coast because it said Atlantic. We're like flying on Atlantic Airways, which I think is a fake airline, but I'm
Yeah,
like, if
that ain't
okay,
real.
so we on the East Coast.
But not if it's only an hour flight.
I mean, like you said, maybe we was coming from Mississippi. I don't know. Child. I don't know.
Are you excited about part 2
I don't need no
and
part two. I
Ghana?
need a show. I need a show. I need a series. Sex in the City came back. Y'all come back with a series. I would like a
They
series.
should do the episodes, and I'm excited about it being in Ghana.
Sorry, my phone just started making noises.
That would be fun because I heard about
Yeah.
December in Ghana.
Where you going to Ghana in December?
No, I heard like December in Ghana is like a big thing. That's like the big party season. So
Oh,
if they incorporate that, I think that would be fun.
yeah, I think so. I think so. I don't know much about Ghana and the party scene there. I am excited to see it. I really enjoyed the film. I didn't think that I would enjoy it as much as I did. Um but I'm not gonna say I was pleasantly surprised because I really like all of the women. I really like. I didn't know Lorenz Tate was in it. He was a pleasant
Oh
surprise.
yeah, he was good. Yeah, I liked him.
I wish it was
Oh yeah,
so.
Ryan was trying to get up in Lorenz Tate, and he was just like, "Girl, ain't you married? Ain't your husband here? You trying to get me killed?
I don't have to be married.
But your
That's what I
husband is
wanted her to say.
here. You
So
trying to get me killed?"
it would be great, if he wasn't here. Yeah, I think I also really appreciated uh the agent Kate. And I thought she was so funny.
The
I don't
white
really know much
lady.
about her. I know she's from Grey's Anatomy. I don't watch that show.
I don't either.
But I just really enjoyed her. And at first I was like, why would Ryan choose a white agent? Because this is movie land now. A lot of times them publicists and agents, a lot of them just are white. Like, you're gonna
Yeah.
have a very hard time finding a black agent. But I also understood that, because like we always say, people need to start listening to us. It is important for black women to have black female friends in their circle. And
Yes.
I would imagine if Kate was a black woman, it would have been easier for Ryan to befriend her and trust
Mm-hmm.
her in another way that she can't really trust Kate. So there would be kind of, you would want Kate to kind of fold in to the Flossie posse, because it's like they're, this is a new addition to it, because this person has been like vulnerable with Ryan, and Ryan has been vulnerable with her. But because she's a white woman who kind of don't get it, I mean, she's kind of appropriating black female culture with what she's saying. I mean, she's, bye girl, all this stuff that she's just hearing. Um, Even though she's still likable, even though she's doing all of that stuff, but
Mm-mm.
she isn't someone I'm going to take seriously as a potential friend for Ryan.
Mm-mm. Just clearly just strictly a business partner.
Yeah, so that's why I'm like, I can understand why the film at least needed her to be
Yeah.
someone who was distant from Ryan.
The only thing I wonder if how it would be different if this was a millennial story.
It would have been a lot more phone usage, and it would have gotten on my nerves.
Oh, that.
I think I'm always looking for older women to look up to, and so that's why I was really excited about the ages of these women. Like, I think that's why I'm like so tied to Living Single. Like, I want to see women older than me on TV.
But Living
I do.
Single, they was younger than us, the characters.
Yes, but when I was watching it, they were like a decade
They
older than
still
me, or
feel
a
older
decade
when
and a
I
half.
watch it.
It
It's like,
still feels older. Like, when I get to the part of the show where like we're at Kyle's 30th birthday,
I
I'm like,
know.
what? What are you talking about?
They were some old 20-year-olds. I don't know. I get
That's
that.
another reason why I would like for this to be a show. That's a reason why I feel like I hang on to Sex in the City. I don't really go back and watch Insecure. I go back and I watch
Yeah.
Sex in the City. I go back and I watch Living Single. And I really like that I'm seeing women in their 50s and 60s on TV. I would like to see that with black women. I feel maybe that's why I want it to be a show.
I agree, but I still want both. I feel like we don't have a lot of millennial representation, and just,
We are millennials, right?
yeah.
Girl, I told you to write the movie.
Even when it comes to like with Lisa being a mother, I could not relate to nothing. I'm like, I need these TikTok millennial moms out here. Essence Fest, what?
Yeah.
I've been
Well, I'm
trying to
trying
get
to
to the
think,
Essence
who
Fest.
do we see? What movies have come out?
None. Nothing. The only person's doing it for millennials is Issa Rae. That's it. And Donna Glover in Atlanta. That's all we got.
That's all we got.
That's all we got.
I also really appreciated that they went to FAMU, because I am in love with the American South, and I'm like, yeah, I'm FAMU. You know,
Interesting choice. I'm surprised it's not Howard, as all the other TV shows like to do.
exactly, FAMU. Thanks for listening. We'll be back next week with another film and more opinions. Leave a review and tell us what you'd like for us to watch. And let's keep the convo going on Instagram. You can find us at Curry Gumbo. Be well. Happy watching. Love y'all. Bye.